Alright, so a couple of days ago, Supergiant released patch 1 for Hades 2, which added a couple of minor gameplay changes, but more importantly, added a significant update to the ending of the main story. Now, when I played through the original ending when Hades 2 first came out, I wasn't very impressed with it, so I'm pretty excited to go to the new ending and see if it seems better. Right, so since I'm going to be playing through the ending, I figured I might as well, record it and upload it onto the channel. So we're going to spend the next couple of videos just going through the ending. I think these videos are going to be hopefully a little bit more casual, a little bit more, but a little bit less info dumpy than my usual weapon guides. Hopefully that's going to be kind of fun and refreshing, you know? Now, I think in most videos, I'm probably going to do a couple of runs just because I don't want this to be like 15 videos on the channel, but for today, we're going to stick with just one. And I think for our first run, we're going to do Thanatos Axe with the Jeweled Palm. Now, Thanatos Axe is not my favorite weapon, so I don't have a ton of experience with. So I figured since we're not doing a weapon guide, we might as well, play with some of the weapons I'm less experienced with. Now, Thanax is a weapon that just needs an attack boon, so surely Hera is going to give us an attack boon here. Wow, she actually did. This never happens to me with the Jeweled Palm. Like, honestly, I think I feel like whenever I play with the Jeweled Palm, I never see, I never get the boon I want. It's just like in the first chamber, That's pretty good. Thanax is not a complicated weapon. You have extra attack speed on a pretty slow weapon, so, that extra attack speed's nice. You just click the attack button and life is good. It's got a lot of base damage, so if you want a percentage boon to take advantage of that, Hera's is good. I think I personally prefer Apollo's, just because Apollo has a slightly bigger percentage, and he has access to extra dose, which is in fact why we'll take him here. But it's not a huge deal. I do have to say, the extra speed on Thanatos is quite nice. They did buff this with the release of 1.0, and it used to be, I think, 30% extra strike speed. 40% is not that much bigger, but it sure feels much bigger. Okay. I have to admit, none of these are particularly what I wanted. The special doesn't have a ton of damage, so sticking a percentage bonus on it's not a big deal. I guess we'll take her... I might take Light Smite, honestly. Light Smite is a way to apply daze, and it can be pretty powerful, so we might as well. We could take Hermes here, but I think that just taking the extra max HP will be nice. So anyways, like I said, Thanax is just that buff to its attack speed really does feel quite nice. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised by how nice it does feel. Might just be that I'm used to the 30%. I got used to 30% extra strike speed, so I didn't really feel very impressed with it. And now just like any difference feels extraordinarily valuable. But honestly, I think this is a great weapon if you're looking for something simple, right? I think, there's a ton of really complicated weapons in Hades 2 that try to change how you play, and then you have weapons like Thanax or maybe the daggers, which are just, position yourself well, click the attack button, do damage. And I think sometimes that's just what you're in the mood for, so... I personally prefer the daggers, but that's not here nor there. I should have probably commented on why we took Zeus. We took Zeus because Zeus is Zeus, and Zeus is just the best. Hopefully we'll get a special here. The axe doesn't really use its special for anything besides applying curses, so you might as well apply the most powerful curse in the game in the form of Blitz with it. We'd also be willing to take Hephaestus' special, not because just because we have 3 extra palms from the Jeweled Palms, and Hephaestus is so palm reliant. Okay, we don't see the special, which is unfortunate. We could take Storm Ring here for extra damage. That seems pretty decent. Alright. Arachne. There's nothing in particular I'm looking for, so I think I'll just take the Emerald Dress to have more armor. I could take Chaos, but that seems unnecessary, and Chaos is likely to give me something really rough. Oh, we see Artemis. Okay. So Artemis is nice for sure. Now we do have Zeus in the pool, so we probably want something global like pressure points to take advantage of the crit on Zeus's lightning bolts. But Thanatos is such an attack-focused weapon, I might also be tempted by Lethal Snare. Well, I mean, of course, it doesn't matter to a large extent because we are entirely dependent on RNG. We don't have our rerolls, of course, since we're playing with the Jeweled Palm. I should be using my cast. I forgot that I did get Zeus's cast. It does do damage. I don't need to rely purely on my attacks. Okay. There's Artemis. I might as well gift her while we're at it. Okay. Oh, okay. That's certainly a way of looking at it. Okay. None of these are great. We could take Shadow Pounce on in the hopes that we go for an Omega move build, but Thanatos isn't likely to. It doesn't have the particular synergy with the Omega special, unlike Charon, and then the Omega attack is not great in my opinion, unless you're able to find Psychic Whirlwind. It's okay, but it's not that good. That said, is Debt Warrant really... am I really going to claim that Debt Warrant, like, moves me? Sure. Let's take Shadow Pounce. Maybe we'll find Psychic Whirlwind, right? I don't think I've ever gotten Psychic Whirlwind on Thanatos. Now, admittedly, I have played Thanatos maybe, like, 10 times in my life, but still. Psychic Whirlwind is good, just because if I Omega attack, you'll see it does decent damage, but when I dash, it cancels my Omega attack, which is bad, of course, because that basically means that whenever you're Omega attacking, you have to choose between doing damage and being safe, and that's not good. 10% on my attack, probably okay. Right, so, with your Mega Attack, usually you're kind of not able to dash because you want to keep your Mega Attack going, which keeps you really unsafe. Okay, we took a hit there, so we got Light Smite value. I'm kind of the queen of getting Light Smite value. That's kind of a fancy way of saying I'm bad at the game. Well, I'm not bad, but mechanically at least, I'm not up there, to put it mildly. Anyways. More Light Smite value. Nice. Okay. There's always one little guy hanging around in the corner somewhere that's really annoying. 10 more percentage on our attack. Sure. I should be using my cast more. We could take the hammer here. We have barely enough gold for a boon, but, the hammer is free. And we could get something really good out of it. Never lucky on getting the, Psychic Whirlwind. Colossus Splash obviously makes sense. 10 more powers, pretty good. And we could also take Melting Shredder if we think armor will be a problem, which it might be, but let's just take Colossus Slash. Like 80% of Dan's damage comes from your attacks, so when in doubt, just boost your attack up. Okay. I remember to put my cast on, so we get damage out of that, which is nice. Not you. It is you. Alright. This pattern is usually okay. I find on the Rivals version of Hecate, that pattern is much worse for some reason, but it's really not so bad on regular Hecate. Okay. So I'm just going to zigzag across the stage. I zigzag like that, like instead of just going back and forth, just because that would keep me away from the little ground explosions that Hecate's doing. Nice. So I think we technically didn't get a hitless win, but you know, we didn't take any damage, so that's nice. Oh my god, it's Angry Kronos, I forgot about him. Yeah, I'm so used to Kronos showing up and being like nice and weirdly like, you know, grandfatherly or whatever. I forgot what like evil Kronos is like. Anyways. Mel making comments about the fact that we have these 3 keepsakes is a nice touch. Do we want the calling card or it's kind of funny seeing Angry Kronos and then just seeing Kronos' like weird grandfatherly like smirk here. It's amusing. Okay, well, I guess we could take the calling card if we're. I mean, what are we looking for? We're looking for Zeus' special. We're looking for double strike. Those are some pretty high power boons. I feel like getting extra rarity on those could be pretty good. So I'll take the calling card. Sure. Let's drink from the fountain. Check these. Seems unnecessary. We could sell Shadow Pounce, seeing as we're not likely to actually ever use it. That seems like a good idea. Okay. I'll regret that if I do actually get Psychic Whirlwind, but, you know. Never gotten Psychic Whirlwind on the weapon, and probably never going to get Psychic Whirlwind on the weapon, so it's fine. This run feels really good. I imagine, kind of similar to all Fate's win runs, if you get even like a little, you can just get unlucky, never find an attack boon, and Thanatos Axe is going to feel pretty terrible, but, you know, that's not what happened here. I actually had that experience the last time I played Thanatos Axe maybe like a week and a half ago. Just couldn't find an attack boon until the final shop of Oceanus, which was pretty rough. I guess we'll see Narcissus. It's just free value, in theory. Okay, we could take the 100 gold, which would make perfect sense. We don't need the healing. Or we could take the extra elements. I don't think that there's anything we're particularly looking for with the extra elements, so I'm just going to take the 100 gold. Aphrodite. That seems fine, I guess. I mean, we don't have a choice in the matter. I'm just trying to think of if there's even anything that good that we could get from her. Alright, so let's let the rat come towards us. Okay, dashed away. Of course, he's not doing us the favor of staying in our cast, so we're losing damage on him, but it's fine. Ooh, that was a completely unnecessary. Well, all hits are completely unnecessary, but that was pretty rough. All right. Glamour gain is pretty good. There's no need to verify it. The mana pot's unfortunately kind of useless, but we do have Origination now, so that's pretty good for our cast and potentially Blitz one day when we hopefully see Zeus again, because we're going to see Zeus again, right? Let's not stand in the steam for no reason. Okay. Ah, we got Asphodel. I can't really say I'm a fan of this. I feel like if it was just like, oh, go defeat, like, go kill things in Asphodel, it'd be fine, but having the standalone circle and the low bullet health thing seems completely unnecessary. Okay. And we're out of there. The extra health would be nice, but at this point we're sitting on so much gold, we might as well just take the shop. Apollo could give us extra dose. Extra dose would be cool. Sure. Not bad. 19% chance to strike twice. Pretty good. Charon has something to say. Very inspiring stuff, Charon. Alright, well, we have Hitch, and we have a really big attack, so this should be a fairly, well, not easy, but this should be, you know, we should do plenty of damage. Seeing as everything is sharing damage here. Okay. I'm just going to go kill the siren, sorry, the drummer. Okay, that was a little bit of an awkward sequence from me, but it's fine. Oof. I'm reacting to her just like a little bit too slowly, but it's fine. I could have Omega attacked there, actually, since, you know, I would be completely safe. Probably a faster way to end the fight. Something to keep in mind, I guess. So we could take the Rolex here. I should have checked the fountain first. Or sorry, checked the cabinet first, since there was a chance that we'd use the file, but regardless. I could take the Rolex here, but that doesn't seem necessary. We're rich, and I'd rather just take a defensive bonus. I could take the droplet to go from 40% attack speed to 60%. That seems like it would be okay. Maybe I'll do that in the final room, in the final biome. I'll just take the pin for now, because it's kind of the objectively correct choice. 70 HP is unnecessary. We're not speedrunning, so we don't need the Chaos Room. Nope. Hopefully we'll see Zeus. I would like to see Zeus. A Zeus mini-boss would be good. Just... And we have Zag's Keepsake, so we already have a rarity if we need it, but, you know, wouldn't hurt to see a natural high rarity Zeus. Okay. We have some healing over there if we need it, so that's nice. I'll probably forget about it, but, you know, it's nice. Okay. Take the extra heal, the extra heart. Just checking to see if there's any other interesting side rewards. I don't think that there are. Unless I'm not seeing something. Ooh, rapid hack. Sure, so we're attacking... Oh, that feels good. I guess 70% attack speed just feels amazing. Alright, well, we did get the Zeus mini-boss that we were looking for, and we have this guy, so that shouldn't be too bad. Okay. That was a little bit of a near thing, where if we had gotten hit by that, he would have healed like 1,000 HP off of us, but we didn't get hit by it, so it's fine. Heaven's Flourish, 250 damage, not bad at all. Echo could, or we could just take the guaranteed Zeus. Do I skip out on Echo? I guess. I always feel weird skipping out on Echo. She saved my ass. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I'll blink that out. She's saved me way, way, way too many times for me to, you know, to, like, feel good about skipping her, but... Oh! Ooh, okay. I guess all I needed to do to have the greatest Fate swim run of all time was to whine about it in my last tier list. That's crazy. I mean, I still put an S tier, but I guess it hurt me put an S tier and not like S++ tier and was like... got mad at me. Completely fair, by the way. If it wants to do this for me more often, I would definitely not mind. Okay. Alright, Dark Side. We're never going to use the magic for it, but Dark Side with Aphrodite is pretty good. I don't know. None of these seem great, but sure. Okay. Did Nemesis always come in with like the whole superhero landing thing? Or am I crazy? Normally Thanatos doesn't have a ton of damage, but it turns out when you kind of hit everything, your damage is quite good. This is like the most awkward room of all time, by the way. Like, why is everything coming in like one at a time? Surely they could be a little bit more economical about this and just come in together and die together, but I guess not. Okay. I like how even the reward understands that Nemesis is an op, but... I'm gonna just take the 45 to the 50. Okay, Apollo is way back there. Should have grabbed that first, actually, but it's fine. More light smite value. Good stuff. Even more light smite value. Okay. What could Apollo even give us anymore? A big Nova Strike to go from 125% to 180%. Sure. Or I could take Backburner for more backstab damage. Actually, that sounds funny. Look at me. I'm Melt Daggers now. What's even left? Oh, there was a reward hiding in like the corner of my vision. Can I dash through this without taking damage? I cannot. Okay. Oh, what an awkward room. My god. Of course, the only way I have to apply daze is to get hit, but, you know, that can't be too hard. Also, that means if I get hit during the Chronos fight, I can claim it was intentional to get backburner online, which is always a good excuse to have. Okay, I'll just take the shop. I don't feel like I need any more pops. More from her. Sweet Surrender would be good. Broken Resolve would be good. A big spiritual affirmation is also good. Sure. And spiritual affirmation is so good. It's newer, so I kind of forget about it until I see it, but it is so good, and I should be way more respectful about how good it is. Okay. Alright, more Lightsmite value. Into backburner value. No, I didn't backstab. Unfortunate. Of course, against the one boss who's super easy to backstab, I just don't get hit to apply daze, which is pretty frustrating. Ah, there we go. I got hit. I hope daze is still on you. It is. Okay. Nice. Alright. Now, normally I'm not a huge fan of Thanatos Axe, but this is actually really fun for some reason. 70% attack speed, big Zeus stuff. Let's push it to 90% for no reason, even though that's objectively worse. Okay. Should have checked the Charon thing, but I didn't, so whatever. A big back burner for no reason. Oh my god, it's Angry Kronos back. I missed you. Yeah, it turns out Hitch is good. I feel like Hitch went through like a very brief period of being like really underrated. Then everyone understood it was amazing, and then like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's still not talked about enough. Probably because I feel like most players just assume that everyone knows how good it is, and then uh, and probably most everyone does know how good it is. No one just like nobody feels the need to talk about it. But God, Hitch is so good. Okay, free thing. Let's go see our dear father back in chains. A life tax, or we could try to get 70% more damage. Do I feel like I need life tax? Probably not. It's still good, I'll just take it in case. Realistically, more damage is not the answer here anymore. It's more important to make sure I don't do something stupid against Kronos, walk into like 6, 7 of his attacks in a row. Crazy Lightsmite value. I wonder how much damage it's done by the end of the run. Do I want Hera on the mini-boss store? I could get... nah. I don't feel like there's that much I could get anymore. I mean, she has some good stuff, but it's all, like, for area clear purposes, and I have, like, 2 more rooms before Chronos, so it's like, what's the point anymore? Okay. I got hit, so I got big lightsmite value again. Nice. I'm not even bothering with my Super Zeus special. Which is definitely bad play from me, so, you know, do use your Zeus special. But, I don't know, there's something really good about just huge hit. The big lightsmite value too, that's crazy. Alright, more Zeus. There's, I think, literally nothing he can offer us anymore. I'm fairly confident. I'm gonna just take the double palms. 250 to 270 or even more backstab damage. Let's take the 270. Alright. Let's go see Cronus. Alright, nothing too different yet, although I think that's to be expected. Probably will only see anything different yeah, once we've beaten him, if at all. I forgot, honestly, that we had got an old grudge from Jewel Palm, but we did, so that's nice. Making sure to apply Blitz so that we're keeping up decent single target damage. Let's stay safe a little bit. Okay. Yeah, this phase is going to be a little bit annoying to get in, just because even with the 70% attack speed, the axe is not incredibly fast. So he's just zipping around, and it's hard to find great opportunities to hit him. I'm also just sort of being a little bit sloppy. Oof. Okay, that was not a good end to that particular phase. Let's end the second phase stronger. I should have laid my cast down and then done this, but fine. Again, probably should have laid my cast down and then done this, but it's fine. Chronos hits so hard on Valve Pain. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. I mean, we're not in any danger here, of course, but I'm always just like shocked when I make like one small mistake and then I just like lose 100 and something health. Because I got hit twice by like 2 different attacks. But I guess that's why he's the final boss. Alright. Sloppy Chronos fights seem to be the kind of the common thing on the channel, so that's fair enough. Okay, so this is all the same so far. Actually, before I do the final section of the run, I'm gonna turn on the voice acting, because we might as well hear it in with all the voice acting and everything. Okay, so that's the build. 200k from our attack. Our casts did 57, Blitz did 17. Kind of a product of both getting it relatively late and also just I wasn't using it that much for a lot of the rooms because our attack plus hitch was making quick work of them, so it was really just for the boss killing. Light Smite, my goat, coming in clutch with the 17k. Okay, fair enough. 388 to Kronos is not good, but I'm just going to ignore that. Alright, I'm going to turn the volume up, and then we'll head into Zach's room. Alright, so it's my first time having the volume up in the game, so hopefully it's not too loud and it doesn't
chambers. The mirror.
overpower. It doesn't overpower me, hopefully.
So many dreams upon this very spot. Then one more. To the abyss of the subconscious I descend. A connection. Step 1.
Okay, let's go to the mirror.
And now step 2. Night in darkness. Guide me to my blood beyond the grasp of time. The mistress of memory.
This is a pretty cool section, I feel. I like how it looks.
Down, blast you. I've tried water, oil, nectar, ambrosia, but no. Wait, what? Is my hair getting lighter and my features getting fairer, or did I consume something that really isn't sitting well?
Personally, I don't see the family resemblance between them too much beyond the eyes, but I'm glad that, like, in universe, they clearly got
Prince
some.
Zagreus, please listen to my voice. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Definitely something I consume then, or else... Oh, this is just a dream. Hypnos has been growing rather bold with these. Is that you in there, mate?
No.
Okay.
Look, yes, technically this is a dream, but it's the only way I could reach out to you, across the span of time. Now please, our family is in danger, and I need your aid.
Okay.
All right, slow down. It's fortunate I rather like such realistic dreams. And what do you mean, our family? Who are you? Probably one of Mother's many cousins. Wouldn't explain the eyes, though, or my father's sigil on your outfit.
It's fortunate I rather like such realistic dreams. Oh, okay.
Let me speak. Look, this is going to be difficult for you to accept, but I'm Melinoi, your sister. From another time, a future time not all that distant from your own.
Okay. So far it's exactly the same.
Guess. Well, dream sister from a future time. I would never want to snap awake before hearing you out, so what's the situation? What do you want me to do?
I want you to find our grandfather Kronos and destroy him. Because there's only so much I can do here myself. He's taken over your entire house, imprisoned our father, mother, you, everybody. And now he threatens Olympus. All as vengeance for what the gods once did.
Right. When you say what the gods once did, you mean the part where they got rid of Kronos permanently long before I was ever born? Or you, for that matter. But in the not all that distant future, he returns and single-handedly takes over everything.
Yes, please believe me. I myself was very little when the Titan struck, and I've been training all my life in preparation for this very moment. But I cannot stop Kronos on my own. Will you aid me?
I'm guessing not, since this is a dream and I'll likely just forget about it as soon as I wake up. Also, you look and sound just like a figment of my imagination would probably look and sound. Can you prove anything you've said?
You won't forget me when you wake, I promise you. As for the proof you seek, you must know of Hecate, our mother's handmaiden. She trained me for this. Seek her and tell her what I've said, but no one else.
Yeah.
Sister, I'm afraid our mother has no such handmaiden. Although, in some strange way, you mentioning a name I've never heard is better proof than anything you've said to me thus far. Wait, what's the matter?
Yeah, so this part about Hecate not being a handmaiden, I kind of thought would be bigger when I first read it. Everything, by the way, so far is completely the same, unless I'm misremembering something. But that's fine, right? Presumably the beginning is the same, and then at some point things change and the pack gets altered a little bit to make the ending more better executed. Anyways, regardless, I thought Hecate would be kind of, Hecate not being Persephone's handmaiden would be a bigger deal. Of course, I think it's just that like she's part of the unseen, right? So Zagreus doesn't know anything about her, even though she does exist. Anyways,
It's Kronos. I've incapacitated him, but he'll return, just as he will eventually in your own time. I need to go. Before he finds me here, I need to go.
But you just got here. Look, Malinui, was it? Will I ever see you again, or was this more of a one-off?
I found you across dreams and time, brother. I'll stop at nothing to do it again. Until then, please, let this remain a secret between us.
Great, I can't even tell Hypnos. Well, suit yourself. See you another day, sister. Or night.
Till then, from mists of memory, return to Shadow now.
okay, so the first run, nothing's changed yet, which I think
I found him.
is perfectly reasonable. We'll see how things continue in after a few more victories. Hopefully, we'll start to see different dialogue and some such soon enough. Well, regardless, I think that's a good place to end it. So thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like, maybe a comment. You can subscribe. I've told I should give a reason why people should subscribe, which I think is perfectly fair. So, if you're interested in either, mostly if you're interested in seeing some weapon guides, but those will eventually be coming back to the channel. So consider subscribing for that. Thank you and goodbye.